Right. Well, Nate, would you like to take a moment to dip into the mailbag tonight?
Well, against your better judgment, yeah, I think we will.
Sure.
And
What do you have for us?
let me just preface this this mailbag topic by saying that we don't control the letters that we get from you folks. We read every single one. We love every single one. And we are aware of the of how odd it might seem to have three men commenting on the topic that we're about to talk about. But hey, you know what? You send it to us, and we will take a bite of that apple. Okay,
And just
so
do our best.
yeah, we are gonna do our best. So Blues writes in for us, and Blues wants to know if we know if menopause can affect sex drive. Can it affect gender expression? Can it affect emotionality? Can it affect your sexual orientation? Um, for my part, I guess I'll go first. For my part, anecdotally from my family, I can certainly say that I've been told it does affect sex drive. It does affect emotionality. I think anytime that there's a change in your brain, in the chemicals in your brain, it's absolutely to be expected that that's going to express itself in some way or another. So yeah, I think it's completely reasonable that it could affect things like sex drive, mental acuity, emotionality, as she asks, as they ask. Um, as for sexual orientation, gender expression, I think that when you're in a period of change, it's reasonable to assume that you might be open to different parts of yourself or rediscovery of parts of yourself that you may not have really sunk your teeth into before. So, yeah, maybe. And if it's affecting your well-being, then it's okay to seek help for it. So I will again, Blues, if you're watching, you can always look up the Secular Therapy Project. I'm sure somebody's going to throw that in the chat there. And you can find yourself help. You can find someone who's going to give you good help, professional help, and it is going to be secular help, which is what we're all about here. What do you think, Christy?
Yeah, no, I think all that's well said. Like, I don't want to make it sound as if I there's like a whole epidemic of people hitting menopause and then suddenly discovering,
Mm,
something about their sexuality or their gender that was never there. But can a massive shift in your hormones affect your sexual desire, your sexual orientation, or your gender expression? Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
yeah,
changes in your hormones can affect everything about you. Now, I don't
absolutely.
think like I think you said it really well, Nate. Like it perhaps would empower somebody to maybe unlock or experience a different side of themselves. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's changing your gender, but I absolutely can appreciate the fact that a lot of people maybe experience their bodies in new ways or different ways. Perhaps they feel different about themselves. Perhaps they feel more empowered. Perhaps they feel more skittish. And that's going to come out in a number of different ways. So, I am really curious what is sort of behind Blue's question. They end their letter by saying, I feel broken. And I guess I would just say that that's a heartbreaking thought. I recognize that this can be a really challenging experience for a lot of people. And yeah, it could be sort of pushing or nudging on or opening or shifting certain parts of yourself. But there are great forms of support. Whether those are hormone replacement therapies or working through talk therapy or a number of different things. And I hope that Blue isn't suffering in silence, I suppose.
I don't think Blue is suffering alone because Blue reached out to us. And I hope Blue is watching tonight and Blue knows that we're glad that you reached out. You're not alone. We're always happy to talk. And if you feel that you can call in and talk, we would love to talk some more about this. But I want to throw this over to Sundeep. What do you think?
This is this is a sort of tricky question for me, partly because I don't know.
Sure.
I can claim that I don't know, but then
It's okay. As a skeptic, you are allowed to say I don't know.
I can say that I don't know, and yeah, I think that's all I will say about it right now because I don't know.
Yeah, well, fair enough. And Nate, you already said it, but I do want to, I guess, acknowledge the hubris of three non-menstruators weighing in here. But just to say, we did cover menstruation in a good bit of detail just about this time last year. I'll make sure to have that episode available in the show notes, and you can hear about it from something more of an expert in Dr. Anna.